Lisbon was not where I wanted to be. I never imagined I would be in Lisbon. So someone said, top 5 things you've learned whilst living abroad. What have I learned? Number 1, I've learned to be more independent. Like I always have been someone who's been independent, but now I just feel like I'm actually an adult. Like I'm living in my, well, not my own place, but I live in an apartment with other people, but in a different country without my family or friends. So now I've definitely become more independent. I've also learned just how to be, I don't know. I feel like I'll answer this question better once I've finished my 3 months here. So I'm gonna come back to this question when I film the video after I've moved back to the UK. I will definitely answer this, because then I'll be able to look back at everything and think, what did I actually learn? But at the same time, I still feel like I'm learning a lot of things right now. So I will definitely answer this question later. How did you feel post-graduation? Oh, after graduation, I'm not even gonna lie, I felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulders. Like, oh, life was just good. Like, not that I hated uni was alright, but once uni was done, I could breathe. Like, you guys, I genuinely felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulders, because, you know, you didn't have deadlines anymore, you didn't have lectures up your back anymore, you didn't have just all those stresses. So I was excited, and I just feel like now that I've got my degree, I feel like hopefully a lot of doors have been opened for me, and that I just know that there's so many opportunities out there, so many jobs, so many people to meet. So I do feel like the right thing will come my way. So I wasn't like nervous or anxious. I was just excited to now see the world, as cheesy as that is, and just, you know, see what God has in store for me. Like, I genuinely do feel like he has great things coming. So I'm excited. Like, I'm excited to make new friends, I'm excited to move countries, I'm excited to find the right job, find the right person. Like, I'm just excited for all that. So I think after uni, I was like, yes, I did it. I was happy, because I was just happy that I even finished uni and got a degree. That was the main thing. I finished uni did not finish me, so we thank God. How do you cope with speaking to locals in regular places like grocery shops and restaurants? So the first few weeks of that was challenging, I'm not gonna lie, because if you've ever been to Portugal, or if you've ever come a Portuguese speaking person, you know that Portuguese people speak very fast. So it's so hard to even trying to understand what they're saying. And I'm sure there are some words in Portuguese that are very similar to English. So if someone was to speak a bit slower, you probably maybe could make out what they're saying. But they speak so fast, and I'd be out here like, what was that? So that was challenging the first few weeks, but now that I have been practicing Portuguese a little bit, and when I'm at work, I do practice, you know, speaking to my colleagues and stuff, and I'll say things like good morning, how are you, please, thank you, all of that. I say that in Portuguese. So it's definitely a lot better now. Like now in the supermarket, when I'm paying, I can have an interaction with the cashier, and I get what she's saying. Like, I'll understand if she's saying, do you want a bag, are you paying with card, is that everything for you? So I feel really proud about that, because the first few weeks I'd be like, no, I don't speak English. No, I don't speak Portuguese. But as now, I'm like, sim, yeah, obrigada, all that good stuff. So it is a lot easier now. But I am still learning the language. It's not easy, but it's worth it. And I've said to myself, I do want to try and learn. So we'll see how that goes. So my friend Tendo said, how are you, babe? I miss you a long time. Oh, I miss you too. I'm good. No, I miss you too, man. It's been too long. We need to get like a little girls trip, holiday, something planned. So when I'm back, we'll get that sorted, because it's needed for sure. Are you living a baby girl life away from home? Well, I mean, I'm having a good time out here. Having fun, met some exciting people, gone to some exciting places. Guys, you need to come out here, because clubs, like bars here, they sell some cheap drinks. Like, we found our favorite hotspot that sells shots of like tequila, vodka, all that good stuff for €1. that €1, like where do you find that in the UK? And then we found this other bar that sells 18 shots for €6. 18 shots, and I don't remember what was in the shots, but when we saw that we were like, yep. But the funny thing is, we've never ever found that bar again. Like every single weekend we've gone out and we're like, we'll go and look for that bar, and it's nowhere to be found. So I don't know if, like, but we obviously didn't make it up because we all remember and we took pictures, but the bar just does not seem to exist anymore. So that's been a bit of a bummer. But yeah, you know, the baby girl lifestyle is good and whatever. So yeah. Another question that was asked. Another question that was asked. I can't say that. Asked. Do you get homesick? No, I don't get homesick. I think because when I was at uni, I was away from home for a long time. Like, to be honest, there was probably a time where I spent 3 months away from home while I was at uni, and bear in mind, home was only an hour and a half away from me. So no, I don't necessarily get homesick, but I won't lie, I am really excited to see my family this Christmas. Like, I think this is the most excited I've ever been to see them. Like, I don't know what it is, but I've just been missing them so much, and I don't know, maybe it's just being an adult now. It makes you appreciate your family and the little things that you have. So I am counting down, and I will be reunited with my family in, I think, 29 days. So I just feel like this Christmas will be so good. How did you get to the position you're in now? So how did I find it? I found the job through, I think when I was job hunting, the ad must have come up on, how did I find it? I think it must have just come up on social media, or it was something like that. It was either on social media, or you know how when you're browsing stuff on the internet and then your cookies are saved and then you start getting ads that are to do with the things that you're thinking about even though you actually didn't Google it. So I think the ad must have just come up somewhere, and I just found it online basically. And it's a company based in London. They're called Twin. So they offer internships for people to study all over Europe. I think maybe even Asia and Africa as well, and even Australia. So maybe worldwide actually. But they do offer things like internships or working abroad. You can also go abroad to teach like English. And again, like I said, they do have like different courses, different countries. So like the link will be below, so you guys can go have a look. And if it's something that you want to do, I say go for it. It's definitely worth it. So yeah, that's how I found this position. And yeah, like I said, they found the company and everything for me. So it was chill, and it was so fast as well. I think it all literally happened within about 2 weeks. I think I got back from, like, I applied for this job, well, this position, this role, this internship, just after I got back from Portugal, from Afro Nation, and that would have been around the 5th of August. 2 weeks later, I was in London for like the training and stuff like that, and then 2 weeks later I was off to Portugal again. So it happened so quickly. I think they had accepted me within like a week or two of sending my application. So it is really fast, and you can go like lots of different times during the year. When you're considering working abroad, how do you find the best place for you? Well, I would say be a little bit picky and specific. Kind of again like what I said earlier, like don't just take anything, but try and find something that will suit you, because you probably will be here for a long time, or a substantial amount of time. So find something that's right for you. So if you're someone who's creative, you know, look for things in the creative industry, or look for companies who will help you find internships or jobs within the creative industry. And just remember, you don't have to do all this by yourself. There are people who are paid to help young people, young graduates find jobs, internships, opportunities. So don't be sitting here stressing like, I can't find anything. There are people out there who are paid to help you to find these things. So do your research a little bit, you know, ask your friends, ask your uni, because some of the other people who I have been speaking to, you know, they found like this internship program through UCAS. So there are like different ways to find it. Do your research. There are people out there who are paid to help you find opportunities, so use them. They are experts, you know, they've been doing this for time. They know all about the companies that are looking for interns, looking for graduates, looking for employees, looking for students. So use them and take the opportunity, like just do it, you know. And even if maybe, let's say your heart's desire is to go to Spain, or let's say, I don't know, to Barcelona, and maybe you can't find something in Barcelona but you find something in like another place in Spain, like Seville, take that opportunity. Don't be disheartened because maybe you're not getting to go to the place you initially wanted. I honestly, hand on my heart, believe that everything happens for a reason. Like, for some reason God has sent me to Portugal 3 times this year. I don't know what the reason is just yet, but he has done that, and everything happens for a reason. Like I was saying earlier, Lisbon was not where I wanted to be. I never imagined I would be in Lisbon, but yeah, here I am. So you might be sitting there thinking, nah, Lisbon is not the one for me, I want to go to Seville. But yeah, you might end up here in Lisbon as well. So take the opportunity. Like, as long as you have the right job, you can do it in almost any city. So don't just take any job. That's one thing I would say. Don't take any job, but take the right job, and you'll never know where you'll end up. You never know who you'll meet, who you might end up with, what job you might end up doing, you know, what city you might end up living in. So take the opportunity. How was the adjustment from uni life to working life? I think I answered that. How was the adjustment from, no, maybe I didn't. I think the other one was how are you adjusting? Anyway, I don't know. But I'll answer, how was the adjustment from uni life to working life? It wasn't too difficult, to be honest. I think I was just at a place where I was ready to be an adult and have like a proper job, and you know, uni was good and fun and stuff, but I was just ready to be an adult, find a job that I'm getting paid, and you know, move on to the next chapter of my life. So I think the harder thing to adjust to was living abroad and living in this apartment. More than anything, I think that was the most difficult adjustment. But the job wise, well, I will admit, obviously working 10 until 6 Monday to Friday, I wasn't used to that. So every day when I do get home, I am tired, like I just want to sleep. But now apart from that, it's not been too bad. Actually, it's not been too bad. In terms of job seeking / placement for post-graduation, do you have any tips? One tip I would say is start early. Start looking early, you guys. That is key. That is the most like important thing ever. Like when I was still in uni, I think I started looking for jobs probably before Christmas time. Actually, I think I started looking around like October, November, so this time but last year, because I graduated in July this year. So I started looking at least 7, 8, 9 months before that. And like, I mean, even still, I only secured this position after summer, but I did have things like interviews and stuff lined up. So I would definitely say start looking early, because some companies as well, they take time. Like you might apply now and then you might not hear back for a month, and then you might not have your interview until the next month, and then you might not hear back for another month. So that's already what, 2 or 3 months, and it takes time. So if you're looking for jobs early, that will take some stress off your shoulders. And even if you're only applying for 1 job a week, that's better than waiting until graduation date and then be like, oh shit, let me actually start looking for jobs. So trust me, start early. It will take off the weight off your shoulders, because you're in your final year right now and you don't need any extra stress. That is the last thing you need to be stressing over. So start little by little, and again, use your lecturers for help, use your uni career service, use the people around you, even your parents, older siblings, even some of your connections from uni, people who have gone on to get jobs. Speak to them, you know, get them to check out your CV, ask them for tips and advice, because they've all done this before you, so they are wiser than we will ever be at this stage anyway. And also in terms of like placement, back to that question, try and get yourself some work experience. I do feel like that gives you an idea of what to expect in the adult world. Not only is it good for you that you'll stand out to the employers, but it will also give you an idea of, do I actually enjoy this job? Could I do this Monday to Friday 9 till 6? Am I happy doing this for the rest of my life? So definitely get yourself some experience, get some variety, see what it is that you like doing. Are you enjoying working abroad? I am enjoying working abroad. It's been a good experience and I've met some incredible people. I feel like I've gained some really valuable skills as well at my job. Like my mentor is really helpful, you know. He has shown me a lot of the ropes and he's someone who I can ask questions, who I can ask for help and ask questions and stuff. So it's a really small team that I work with, so it's good because, you know, it's not so intimidating having to ask questions and ask for help. So I definitely am enjoying working abroad, and it's nice, you know, when it was summer, when it was early days, finishing work and you'd come home and it's still light and, you know, you could enjoy that. But now it is winter and it's dark when I'm coming home and it's cold. Guys, it's so cold. I never anticipated that Lisbon would get this cold this early. Like, I left all my big jackets and boots in Glasgow because I was like, I'm not gonna need them. I'm going to a sunny country. I'm gonna take some shorts and some sandals and some barely any jumpers. I'm gonna take my sunglasses. Now those sunglasses are useless. They're sitting on my desk useless because I need scarves, jumpers, jackets and boots. So I will be definitely looking forward to going back to the UK so that I can wrap up, because your girl is cold. And if you know me, you know that I hate being cold, so I'm suffering. Like, every day when I go to work, I've got my hoodie on, I've got my jacket on, I've got my scarf on. Like, I stay warm, I stay wrapped up. But anyway, I think that is all the questions answered for today, except that one about the 5 things I've learned living abroad. But I will answer that one once I finish my internship and I can look back properly and evaluate everything. But yeah, that is it for today. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.